Hi, boys and girls. I know you've been enjoying listening to some Kevin Hinckus books. Today we're going to read A Weekend with Wendell, and it's by Kevin Hinckus. On Friday afternoon, Wendell's parents dropped him off at Sophie's house. "Wendell's going to spend the weekend with us," said Sophie. "Oh, wow," said Wendell. Sophie was wondering. I forgot to show you the picture. After a snack, Sophie helped Wendell carry his sleeping bag upstairs. "Well, what are we going to do now?" asked Wendell. "Do you have any toys?" Sophie pointed to her toy chest. "Is that all you've got?" asked Wendell. "I've got 1,000,000 times more than that. What else is there to do around here?" "We could play house," said Sophie. "Only if I can make the rules," said Wendell. So they played house, and Wendell made the rules. He was the father, the mother, and the 5 children. Sophie was the dog. Then they played hospital. Wendell was the doctor, the nurse, and the patient. Sophie was the desk clerk. When they pretended that they worked in a bakery, Wendell was the baker, and Sophie was a sweet roll. "Isn't this fun?" said Wendell. Sophie didn't say anything. I'm wondering why Sophie has been quiet so much of the time. It makes me wonder if she's upset, if she's sad, if she's angry. If we think about what's been happening, Wendell has been in charge, and they don't seem to be taking turns in sharing ideas. So I'm thinking that maybe she's quiet because she's not happy with Wendell. At dinner, Wendell said he was allergic to anything green, so he didn't have to eat his vegetables. And then, when Sophie wasn't looking, he scooped up the whipped cream off her dessert. "When Wendell is here," said Sophie, "when is he leaving?" "Soon," said her father. "Soon," said her mother. After Sophie's parents tucked Sophie in her bed, zipped Wendell in his sleeping bag, kissed them both, and turned off the light, Wendell grabbed his flashlight and shone it right in Sophie's eyes. "See you tomorrow," he said, smiling. Sophie shut her eyes. "I can't wait for Wendell to go home," she said to herself. On Saturday morning, when Sophie woke up, there was a lumpy blue monster jumping up and down on her bed. It was Wendell. She felt something pinch her leg at breakfast. It was Wendell. Wendell doesn't seem like the type of guest that I would want to have in my home. She heard scary noises coming from the broom closet. It was Wendell. Wendell used Sophie's crayons and left them on the porch so they melted. At lunch, Wendell finger painted with his peanut butter and jelly. "Isn't this fun?" said Wendell. Sophie didn't say anything. "When is Wendell leaving?" whispered Sophie. "Soon," said her mother. "Soon," said her father. At bedtime, when Sophie put her head on her pillow, she heard something crunch. It was a note. It was from Wendell. It said, "See you tomorrow." Sophie shut her eyes. "I can't wait for Wendell to go home," she said to herself. Before Wendell's parents picked him up on on Sunday morning, he tried to make a long distance call. And it says in the caption, "Is this the North Pole?" Whoever he was calling, that's what he asked. Wendell wrote his name on the bathroom mirror with toothpaste. So he is not being a considerate guest at all. He gave Sophie a new hairdo with shaving cream. "Want to go outside to help me wash this off?" asked Sophie. "We could play firefighter." "Oh, boy," said Wendell. So they played firefighter. Sophie made the rules. She was the fire chief. Wendell was the burning building. "Isn't this fun?" said Sophie. Wendell didn't say anything. This is the first time that Sophie's gotten to make the choice and be the person that she wanted to be in what they were playing. So now Wendell's being quiet. So apparently he doesn't like not being the boss. "Do I get to be the fire chief?" asked Wendell. "Maybe," said Sophie. Soon Wendell and Sophie didn't care who was the fire chief or who was the burning building. So I guess they really did start having fun, and now they've forgotten about who's in charge. "Time to go," said Sophie's mother. "Time to go," said Sophie's father. "Already?" said Wendell. "Already?" said Sophie. "When is Wendell coming back?" asked Sophie. "Never," said her mother. "Never," said her father. That afternoon, when Wendell unpacked his suitcase, he heard something crunch. It was a note from Sophie. It said, "I hope I see you soon." That's the end of our story, boys and girls. See you next time.